Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome back to Maker's Cave. And today we are going to continue our build of the Agora Ferrari in red. If you watched the last video, you can see it's going to be a beautiful car when it's all done. It's 1/8 scale, going to be big and heavy. So like I said, this is going to be pack 2 with stages 9 through 16 or something like that. So what we'll do is we'll bring you forward, have you look down, and we'll start building. Oh, and I'll put a link to this build and any of the others that Agora has. Highly encourage you going out, looking at them, and subscribing to one. Starting off with stage 9, you want to go back to the previous stage and you want to get your gasket. And they gave you a head cover in this one. And you're just going to flip this over. Lay the gasket right on there. Flip it over. And in the previous stage, it sent you some spark plug covers. And you're going to line them up. Let's not forget that there are little grooves in here that fit the tang that's in the spark plug cover. Here's the head cover with the 4 spark plug covers in the middle 4. The ones on the end are left empty. So now you have your 2 head covers with the spark plug covers in place. And now we're going to do some tedium work. Included in this stage were these sprues with tiny little head cover faux screws, that are going to go in these holes here. But as you can see, there's different sizes and shapes for each one of these. Now I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. These are all A's, and they're the same, so we're going to push them up there. And we're going to start off with how the directions say. I cut all the little head cover screws off the sprues. This is a D. This is a, what is this? B. This is a D. Nope. Oh, an E. This is E. Let's start over. This is D. This is a B. This is a E. And these are C's. Okay, so we're going to try and stick these in these little holes here. This D over here goes right there. I think we're going to need, as you heard a whisper, pliers. Like that. Now we want to take now we have our C's, and they're going to go to the 2nd from the right and the 4th from the right. Now we take our 2 B's, and we're going to fit them 3rd from the left and 4th from the left. Now we take our E, there you go. All right, so the directions tell us now to fill in the rest of these holes, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing we did over here, following the directions, and whoops, and I'm going to put them in here. Okay, all these different little screw heads are in here. Now we got to do 15 A's in each one of these. I'm not going to bore you with that, so we're going to do a cut and it'll be done. And here we are back. All 15 of those other screw head covers are in, or screw head covers, whatever you want to call them. And that makes this stage complete. Stage 10. My stage 10 wasn't included in this pack, so we're going to move on. We'll come back when I get this and do it. But what you're supposed to be doing is the radiator frame and mesh, left and right air intake, left and right intake mesh, and some screws, obviously. So we'll come back to this when I get it. Here we are at stage 11. You got a rim, you got a strut, and you got a hubcap. We're going to put the strut onto the bonnet, which you need to get out of your box of parts. Move the hubcap out of the way. Now you're going to take the, what I would consider the piston on this side. There's a hole on the bracket, the lower one closest to where it gets screwed in. You're going to take your piston. You're basically going to lay it on that hole, and then you're going to use a type D screw to go in from this side. There's the piston all screwed in. Now when you do put this on, make sure you don't put it on too tight, because this does have to move freely. Now that you have this inner piston done, you just want to slide your outer piston over top. Just like that. And you'll have this rim and this hubcap left over, and we'll move on to the next stage. Stage 12, we get another tire, and we're going to put it into the rim we got in the last stage. Now remember, when you're doing this small section of tread, little tiny thin treads, they go on the outside of the rim towards the hubcap. And we're just going to press this on again. And there you go. One finished tire. And I think that's it. Stage complete. Here is stage 13. Looks very similar. We're just going to be putting together the seat as before. Put some super glue on these flanges for the headrest. Headrest is on. Now, like before, I'm going to take the seat pan and then you use 2 B screws. And then we just take the upper back and it just gets press fit in. Another seat done. And here we are at stage 14. We're going to be doing some dashboard work. We're going to start off by putting these 2 dash panels together. And I just wanted to make note that the other side here, that's like a felt, so it's like a material. That's pretty cool. So you're just going to take this upper portion, match up the holes, and then they're going to get together with some B screws. There you go. One of the dash panels is complete. Next, you're going to take your air conditioner vents and put it onto the dashboard. So turn this over. And then this slips right into the back. See the grooves where it fits in. What it looks like on the front. And they're going to get held in with 2 more B screws. There you go, all screwed in. Take the dashboard you just got done putting together, and this is the lower fascia of the dashboard. So if you turn this over, the camera to focus here, this just fits right on. And they get held in with 3 B screws. Beautiful. So with this and this and a leftover frame, this stage is complete. And here we are at 15. We are going to be doing some more dash work, and I'm kind of excited about this because look, electrical, that means something's going to light up. We're going to put this instrument cluster onto this dash panel that you did earlier. Now you see this little semicircle down here. This cable has to go through it. And then once it goes through, this dash cluster is going to sit on these pegs. Looks like that. And then they're going to get held in with a couple B screws, I think. Sure. Pretty cool. Retrieve this. Hey, dash panel you just did. You see these two little mounting points right here. And they're going to go match up to that. Flip it over. Have everything come out on you. And then down in here, you're going to use 2 B screws. Actually, I lied to you. It's 3 B screws. Dashboard's taking shape. Next, we're going to take the steering column. You're going to take the gear changer, push that onto here, just a snap fit. And then you're going to take the steering wheel. Now, these don't get screwed together. They'll get affixed permanently later in the build. Now the stage is complete. We're going to be, stage 16, we're going to be doing some more internal work. You know, some frames, some car mats, some shift levers. We got another cluster here. And over here, we have another dash piece. 2 screws are in. Here's what it looks like. Okay, you want to get your frame. And that a piece you assembled here, which I personally think looks like the bat wing. And it just snaps right into here. There are some pegs that it has to line up with. Now you flip it over, rub it down. And 2 places for, guess what? B screws. All screwed in, there it goes. Now you want to take your, let me drop it, your push button panel, and it just pushes right in here. Now you have that push button panel, flip it over. Right down in there is yet another B screw. Trying to show you how that looks. Why can I not show you how it looks? There we go. Go get your bulkhead and it'll be oriented like this. There's 2 little posts right there. And they're going to get held in with 2 B screws on the bottom. Bulkhead's all in. And that completes this stage. So that brings us to the end of course, this stage and the pack. You will have these pieces left over, so put them away. You'll need them later. So that concludes pack 2. We did some internal work, the center console. We did some terrific work on the dashboard. And we did a steering wheel, which is not being held together yet because we'll screw that all in together in a future build. Thanks for watching me do this. And I'll put a link below to this one and Agora and all their other models. I'll also put links to any tools and supplies that I used. Other than that, I'll see you when the next pack comes in. I'm Steve. Thanks for coming by.